Yo, what's up, traders? Thank you for joining me as we start our market recap show. And we got a sector recap going. Got Chris Brecher joining us, and we've got some big time earnings coming through immediately. We're going to watch some VVOS. We're going to watch everything that's moving in the aftermarket. We do have Benzinga Pro with us right now. So if that can hit, we'll be able to watch to see if anything comes flying through here in the aftermarket. I think we should be able to find out CRM. We do have, I'm just loading up my email here. So if anything flies through, I can get some messages. We do also have Snowflake. I love me some Snowflake. I mean, SNOW, very, very similar, big data. We talked about Palantir and loving those guys. Let's watch out for Frank Slootman and Snowflake coming through very, very soon. Of course, you all might know Slootman from ServiceNow, but look at Snowflake, man, a great little bottom there of 140. Let's see where we go now. That's a daily chart for SNOW as we await right now earnings to come through. I do also have, I want to say thank you to Trade Ideas. We do have the Trade Ideas scanner to hit right now. So anything that pops off here, let's just make sure we refresh these and get it going. So anything that hits in the aftermarket, like VVOS right now, will show its face on here, and we will get all of those earnings ASAP. My Benzinga hasn't refreshed since 356. So maybe that is, hopefully that is the last little bit there, and we will continue to watch out for Snowflake. I'm seeing a little bit of a move up here in the aftermarket, but I don't think that's what's going to be. So we'll wait to see about that one. I'm looking at a 190 kind of break to the high side right now. Bear with me just for 1 second. I'm just going to log into my P-Pro 8 platform as well. What a good day it has been for the market. As you can see, we do have, let's close this, put this over here. We do have the sector recap to go. As you can see, we saw Pac West today on that imbalance locator at the end of the day. Just hold on a second, I'm just logging in. I don't know if anyone wants to see my password or not. Right there, KRE today up to 45 bucks. I mean, if we click on this, we'll see what this move is looking like. Breaking through the 200 period. We get that deal between PAC and JPM apparently closing, as I think Neil was mentioning that earlier on today, just at the close. But 45.27 coming into play again back in. We did get news right at the end of the day about Saudi Arabia and oil possibly mulling over some more cuts there. I believe that's what it was. So more cuts to me would mean that maybe we should get a bump up because if you're going to cut production, that's not good when you're talking about supply and demand. So all of a sudden, if supply goes the other way, there's USO right there with a nice little bump up. Let's just check it out on a 5-minute chart or so, see what that action, there it is. So boom goes the dynamite on that news story right there. Boom, from 70 up to 72. Oil was getting buried, I guess, earlier, and then a nice move back up. Let's see where USO is here on a daily chart again for that, as I'm just going to keep on looking here. There we go. So now we're updating again. Five Below comes out with a report today, FIVE. We can check out what that's doing. Again, 188 up to 196 there for Five Below with a nice little report coming out. There's CRM, guys. Unfortunately, I don't even have the stream loaded yet. So let's just take a quick look here. I got to get over to YouTube ASAP. I was a little bit late on logging in today, so I can't shout out to everybody that's here, but I will shout out to CRM. There it goes. It's a nice move up, $239. And guess what? Ciao. I spent about 30 minutes or so yesterday with Mateo after the market, and we talked all about big tech, and I was like, just buy everything, dude. There it goes. There's CRM breaking up out of their range, hopefully going to take out this high back from July. That's what we're always looking at, man. We're looking at these July highs, right? So here it coming in right here, 231. We do officially smash that, take it out with CRM earnings. So let's go over and have a quick look. This is it right here. EPS, it's a banger, 211 versus 206. Revenues, 8.7 versus 8.7. So revenues seems a little bit light, actually. They wind up missing on revenue. 8.72 versus 8.728 at the end of that one. So we'll see a miss there. But let's just check out what the guide is all about. Oh, no, wait a second. That was Salesforce 2024 adjusted EPS. Oh, Q3. Here's their Q4 adjusted EPS. So that's what we're looking at. Why do they have Q3 and Q4 here? 225. Oh, this is the guide. Okay, good. So 225 to 2 versus 198. That's where we get it from. So we get the Q4 adjusted earnings EPS looking to get between 225 to 226. crushing estimates of 198. So that's it right there. Looks like about a 13% or so increase in adjusted EPS moving forward, which of course means that you're going to get to move up in revenue. So nicely done, man, again for these guys. Year over year, forward year, 818 for 735. Congratulations again. We'll hit a couple bangers out for you now as we go. I don't know, I don't think we got a market recap tweet again, so I don't know if it's out there or not. I'm just gonna click on the stream and we will get that going. There's Benzinga giving us CRM, so let's go over to see what the stock is doing again. So there we go, CRM, nice little upside move, breaking through 240 and looking to go higher. So it's a nice move there for CRM. And again, thank you so much. You shouldn't have to switch streams. So if you're here, I want to thank you for that. And I'm just going to get it going right now. Pop this out. Let's get this chat going. Who's here? Snow is out, everybody's saying. So let's go. Let's see what's up with Snowflake. Please, please, please. Bang for Snowflake as it's coming out, 190 right there. We like it. We like it a lot. We talked about that 190. Let's go. Yeah, your boy's excited. You know we're in Snowflake. Nice move to the upside right there, 190, 192. As Snowflake says, let it snow. You know, I went outside this afternoon and I was like, let me go see what's up with the snow. And it was snowing, just un petit peu, just a little bit. But we'll see here, what does Snowflake have to say? Their Q3. Oh, ho-hum, wow. Q3 right now, 25 cents versus 16 cents. You would think that I'm like a hype machine for these stocks, but really, I'm just excited for everybody out there. I know there's net longs, and there you go again. 2 AI plays, Snowflake, get on my back. CRM, get on the back. We're going higher. It's a nice move there for Snowflake. Come back over to the screen quickly if you can. Who's running the 1s and 2s over there? Is it my guy Fabian? What's up, Fabian? We like Fabian over there. There it is, 25 cents versus 16. It's a nice revenue number. We like it, man. That's good for Snowflake. So there it goes. Nicely done, back up to the upside. Let's do a quick little roll call because we did miss that right there as we go. Who's here with us right now? What's good says success is inevitable. I believe success is inevitable. You just got to work hard, no matter what you're doing. Work hard at it, and you'll see. You'll get. Like my daughter never even played hockey a year and 2 months ago. Now she's on a rep team getting scouted for more. So what's up with that? And she works harder than anybody I know. So I got to give a big shout out to you, Gia. I love you so much. And I love you, my wife, for supporting everything. And I got to give a big shout out to women's hockey, which is making moves right now. And my son plays hockey. Shout out to you, Baron, as well. So shout out to that. Just not as passionate as his sister. There it is. Shout out to Ponzi Fonzie. What's up, D-Loaf and Ponzi Fonzie? Hadouken, he goes. Jameson, really happy with that one. So shout out to Street Fighter. If I say we're working on a Trader TV Live meetup, that would be a lie. But I do think that if we ever did meet up, Street Fighter, me versus you, let's go and see who comes out victorious there. So it looks like Snowflake's a nice upside move up to 192. Again, we do have Chris Brecher coming on, and me and Chris pass some emails around. He wants to talk about support and resistance. But look at Snowflake. Oh yeah, Chris, if you're watching, remember I talked about Microsoft at 360. We like that one a lot. There we go, 200 right now for Snowflake. A nice little move up there. I think Snowflake breaks that 200 level, and when it does, see you later. Give that another 10% upside there. Let's just check out CRM real quick. I know I'm not doing a heck of a great job talking about the sectors today, but we did get a couple good reports, and there's CRM. Is this all-time highs for Salesforce? I'm thinking no, but let's double check. Yeah, see, so there it is right there. So we are right. Sometimes our spidey sense is there. We own spidey sense. We own Salesforce in our own account. We're not stuck up here, but there it is, 300. So this name, if you're looking for something, we'll figure out its PE a little bit later. But again, we talked about it. Most of the mega cap names are either at 52-week highs, which Salesforce is right now, breaking through, or we are near all-time highs. So Salesforce has a little bit of catch-up to do to all-time highs. Another name that has some catch-up to do to all-time highs is going to be Mr. Stressla, giving me a little bit of stress as we continue to trade that every single day. All right, the TLT. I have it up here because, again, rates moving around again today. The TLT, as rates get higher, TLT, the stock, going higher as well as rates come lower, sorry. TLT making a move in. They're $92, looking for that bounce spot. If we see 100, I'd be surprised. But again, TLT has some work to do back up to the upside. Watch out for that $100 break. The housing sector, a big one here today. I have some pretty interesting tweets to talk about, so we will get through that after we deal with Chris and after he comes on. The big thing tomorrow, Cybertruck event coming through. Look at the home builders. We were short. I'm going to take a little bit of a drink here. Give me a second. We're only on our 5th hour of relentless stock coverage right now. We don't have nothing's in the ear. We don't have a producer. We don't have anything. We're just sitting here giving you the goods on the show every single day. So if you could like the stream, support the stream, that would be absolutely fantastic. Tweet it out, pass it along to all your friends. Traders stay late, and that's what we're doing for sure. I like that toque there, Dara. She's got the toque on right now, walking around, so it must be cold outside. We're going to see 8 degrees tomorrow, so that's a good one there, 8 degrees Celsius. That's probably about 45, maybe a little bit higher than that. I don't know. Fahrenheit, so that's a good one for us. We talked about also the SMH. Look, I actually think, which camera is this? This one? I actually think that the SMH and NVIDIA is kind of where I want to be. I'd actually almost rather be in the SMH than in the NASDAQ. I'm so heavily weighted right now in Microsoft and in Google and in Apple that's kind of like, it's kind of like the NASDAQ 100 right there. You got 22% with those first 2 names, and you got another, I think Google's 6 or 7%, so you're roughly in around 25 to 30% of the weighting of the S&P or of the NASDAQ just with those 3 names. Add on other names like Amazon, which I believe is 4%. I threw that at Neil. He wasn't sure about NVIDIA, but I knew it was 4%. That's a hard one. I didn't know that before reading it the day before. So look at the SMH right here. Trying to take out 160, and we did that. To me, it's this bounce that already happened down here at 140 on the SMH. This is a weekly chart, but if you go to a daily, that was supported by the 200 period moving average right there. So I really like this, and I think with NVIDIA actually making some dip moves right now, that instead of buying this name, if you buy the SMH, you get them all. I like chips. I like what we're doing with AI right now, and Lay's, I bet you can't eat just one. So if you're eating those chips, watch out. But I like semis here to the upside with NVIDIA and SMH. Let me know when we're ready with Chris. I mean, okay, he's ready. He's ready to rock and roll. All right. The other name here that I missed that I thought I wanted to get involved in a little bit here was IWM. This is going to be the Russell. We know about the Russell 2000. These are going to be small to lower cap names, mid cap names. As rates change, I feel like these little guys do have a great chance to rip up there. Watch out for 180. We're starting to break a little bit higher. This 181 that we've wicked higher. You also have the 200 period moving average. I kind of like what we're doing right here in the name of IWM. Okay, GLD as well. I know there's a lot of traders on gold. Gold right now bouncing its head off of what high is this? It's March highs. I was going to say, I knew it's not the summer. March highs right now. Gold looking to break out. And I think it was Michael that was looking at a monthly here. Oh, God. All right. Uh-oh. We disappeared. Let's go over. Nope, that's not going to work. All right, we've disappeared on this one. So let me just go back over, call up a daily chart. But there was some cup and handle action happening on the weekly for that, or the monthly. I'm going to have Michael Noss back on to discuss that. But gold looking like it wants to go higher, which is no real surprise, as we've had Bitcoin making some moves lately as well, trying to break through that 38,000, as more and more people do not trust the Federal Reserve and what's exactly happening with money supply in this world. What's Turkey's interest rate now, like 70% or something? It just continues to go higher and higher. And unfortunately, this world needs money to go around. And also gold? I don't think so. But as an investment, you might get some safety here with GLD. All right, it's time for our... Oh, how many viewers do we have, first of all, right now? All right, 2,400 of you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, because right now, it's Mr. Brecher and Trader Talk. Hey now, it's Chris. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
My mood is always pretty much the same. I don't know if you could tell. We're really excited about this. We've had a great move up. The bull market continues. The run continues to happen. We talked about that 260 Microsoft level. That's been a banger. We're looking at Affirm. We're looking at Tesla. And hey, what color did you get your Cybertruck?
Yeah. Just to let you know, I thought about you last week. Thanksgiving we spent with my son in Charleston, and we had fresh cranberry sauce.
Oh,
So I was
fresh?
thinking of you. Not canned. We had fresh.
I'm going to say fail on that one, Chris, because that's too bougie for me. We keep it real here and go with the canned. You open up that ocean spray, you drop it down there, and you got to make sure it has the indentation on it. And then you just slice a little piece. But hey, shout out, man. Mad love for fresh.
By the way, you talk about your call on Microsoft. I think your call on PANW was the best. That's your best this year. That was an amazing call after earnings. It got to what, 225?
Hey guys, everybody please clip this and then retweet it as much as you can, because I appreciate that love. Yeah, look, I like PANW, and you tell me, Chris, like when you're holding something maybe for a little bit of a longer term account, I know you're probably 40, 50 years away from retiring, similar to myself here. In that retirement account, I like to play stocks that have the good macro story as well. So we wait for some of these names to drop down. I really like cybersecurity. So for me, PANW's been a name that I've been buying for a long time. I like the induction into the, I think it was the NASDAQ 100 earlier this year as well. So I really do like that stock. And we got some good reports from Crowd and Zscaler.
Yeah, the PANW. I wanted to show you.
Sure, let's go.
I mean, I got to show you I mean, look at that. I hope you can see my screen. You called the bottom. I mean, you called the bottom right there, right when I was on.
Yeah, well, you know what? The sun shines on a dog's, a couple times a day. So that sometimes it will work out. To me, though, Chris, it's all about the process, as you know, right? We can sit here, call tops, call bottoms pretty much all day long. It's just a matter of what gets you to that point. We had Brian Shannon on the other day. He's an anchor VWAP kind of guy, and he anchored his VWAP on that NVIDIA call all the way down to 470. It printed 470 and ripped to 500 right after that. It's about the process that we can recapture every single time. So with that being said, let's go over one of my favorite topics, and I know you want to talk about it right now. Let's go over some examples of support and resistance and what you look at as a trader.
All right, right there. I mean, you were talking about PANW, you were pounding the table like under 230. And that on the right, the gray is the after hours. But look on the left, and you could see that gap right here at 226. And this is non-pre-market or after hours. So it sold off right to that support zone. Right there, right to that support zone. That was beautiful. But there's another thing that you and I had talked about with PANW is it's a takeover candidate.
Right.
So when some of the other ones got taken over, it just really, really helps when PANW has bad earnings. You're like, well, not only is it at support, but it becomes more attractive a takeover candidate. So you had more than one reason to pile in at that price. And the best part is, you still had a chance the next morning when you saw that thing on the right, that bull flag. The problem is most people get annoyed when you tell them it's a better buy at 240 than 225. But at least the direction was known. But right there at that support seemed like a low risk entry point because number one, it was at support. Number two, it becomes even more of an attractive takeover candidate.
Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, even with littler names like a Zscaler and stuff like that. I mean, PANW, if you come over to my screen right now, let's just find out what the market cap is exactly. So it's $91 billion. So, I mean, it could be a share. I more look for something like a ZS possibly. And we did talk about Splunk a little bit. Where's this market cap? 29 billion. Wow, they're all so huge right now. CrowdStrike as well, 53 billion. Oh my God. Chris, some of these values are really getting extended a little bit. All right, let's go for tomorrow. So Right now, I don't know if you saw the move in USO today. US oil had quite a nice move. And I don't know if you're looking at this. Saudis came out today. We're getting to the downside, and they talked a little bit about possibly cutting some of the supply back in for USO back down in a little bit. So I don't know. And we can look at oil. Unfortunately, on the Trade Ideas platform right here, we just have ETFs, but I kind of like oil where we are right now. I've been talking about XLE, but you're bouncing around this 50-period moving average on USO, and I guess it's probably something similar, yeah, for XLE as well. I look at the macro situation, and I just think that if anything gets extended over there in the Middle East, and unfortunately, this is life, then we have to deal with these situations. I don't mind oil or anything down here at these levels. Is there anything that maybe you can scare me away from the long, or do you like the long down here in and around some of these levels?
Well, number one, just to let you know, we were in it when I was on where you and I both liked USO, and I liked it because of the unusual call activity and went and filled that gap right here, right at that 74. And then what's odd is, I think similar charts have similar expectations. Look at Z-Scalers the opposite way on how it sold off and filled the gap. That's pretty cool. So I think everything's cool with the market, but I think that's pretty cool. And in answer to your question about USO, on the one hand, you have the Fed Beige Book that's talking about how that there are a lot of things looking weaker than they did. But on the other hand, you definitely have the geopolitical, and you have that trend line. So if that trend line looks like it's broken up, and if you're right, it's gonna get here, and it's sort of this before your time. That's like a Neil Sedaka pattern, that breaking up is hard to do above there. But over 74, you're talking about 76 or higher. So definitely I see what you're talking about with this sort of inverse head and shoulders here. It's just you have those little resistance areas. If it could get over that 74 this time, definitely fill the gap here. And then you have that bigger trend line. So you have that trend line all the way to here.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, that could go half that amount at the minimum, which that's about 14 points. So a 50% retracement would get you, to right in here. Would get you right in that area. So I probably added wrong, but let's say 8 points, 76 right there. And that's probably what you're looking at also, is that area.
Yeah, I mean, I was just, basically when it all comes down to it, it's just like I want to try to hold for a little bit even longer anyways. So I just feel that, and I know you talked about before my age or before my time and everything like that. Do you remember when the market would go up and that means oil would go down, and then there was that inverse relationship for a while? That doesn't seem to be happening now either anymore. As we just wait, and you used to be able to maybe hold energy as a hedge. But right now, I mean, it's kind of just hovering back and forth. Do you own an electric vehicle, by the way, or are you still a combustible engine kind of guy?
No, it's really funny because there are a lot of sites where somebody stands in front of their Lamborghini. So my wife and I were going to stand in front of our Honda minivan.
Oh, I like that. I like to see our
But no, we still have our Honda minivan, and that's good enough. But I'm really tempted to get an electric vehicle. But we just haven't yet because we have a bunch of dogs, and it doesn't feel right to trash a car with all our animals.
I like that. Is that a Honda Odyssey?
Yes.
Yeah, I like the Honda. What color?
Gray, which I think everybody, in fact, I went to a doctor one time, and I'm a little worn out after the doctor. We're not going to talk about what kind of doctor. And there was
may know by now.
And I opened the door, and it was the wrong van, and there was somebody sitting in the van.
What?
So
okay,
but gray minivan, sort of the normal one that people have.
Is there one trade maybe, because you've given that one day you gave us UPS, a lot of traders really enjoyed that kind of a call. Is there anything maybe specifically that our traders can look forward to possibly tomorrow, some kind of a breakout, or maybe even something that you and some of the traders are holding right now? Anything you want to discuss before I let you go?
Well, I agree with you about IWM stocks, but I definitely agree about biotech stocks within it.
Okay.
Because they don't have as much debt, even though if they don't have much of a cash flow, they have to issue stock. A lot of them already have.
So are you
So
talking?
I like
Go ahead.
scanning for biotech stocks,
Okay.
or
When you
just
talk,
buying the XBI.
okay.
Just buying the XBI or buying some spreads. So buying some upside call debit spreads in the XBI probably for January seems the way to go to me.
You know, interesting question here. So the XBI is, so I look at the IBB, which is iShares. The XBI is just is it the Invesco? It's a spider. Okay. So basically both biotech. When you just mentioned you scan for stocks, what is it exactly are you looking for? Are you just looking for chart setups? Are you looking for a percentage down on the month and maybe a retracement back up? Are you looking for stocks that have a certain EPS? When you're talking about scanning for stocks, what exactly, maybe one or two parameters that you look for?
No, that's great that you asked that. I was actually sharing on the site today about FinViz, and what we were doing on FinViz or on Trade Ideas.
Yep.
Is we were scanning for things that were like GME and reverse engineering.
Okay.
So what we were doing is looking for stocks that have at least 300,000 volume, that are optionable and shortable, over $5. We were looking for short interest at least 10%, and then stocks that are down at least 20% this year and over their 20 moving average. And it's actually like 100 of them. But that kind of idea, you definitely want to combine it with a chart pattern. But that kind of idea, when you see GME starting to do this,
oh yeah,
you got to think of looking for more that are sort of already starting to move. And the key on these to me is if they get over their 20 moving average, it just seems like people start piling into them.
Yeah, Chris, today GME, I mean, it was one of my number one names here on the sticky note. I mean, we were trading it like crazy here today. Come over to my screen. We actually had 15 bottoms. We didn't even get out when it went to 1760, and we had to get on VWAP at the end of the day at $16. But yeah, GME and the extended volume, definitely on radar over here. All right, Chris, thank you so much. Everyone can find you over there. Let's go back to the two-shot if you can. Fabian, thank you so much. Everyone can find you at Simpler Trading. It's Chris Brecher. Thank you so much. And they can find you driving around in a gray Honda Odyssey as well. So thank you so much, Chris. And we'll say hi to your kids for me, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, thanks for having me on again.
Ciao, my friend. That's Trader Talk, and that's Mr. Chris Brecher. Okay, I mean, all kidding aside there, I mean, what a great guy. And, you know, that's pretty much a good minivan there, the Honda Odyssey. I know some friends that own that one, and that's been a good one. I had the Town and Country when we had kids, very, very small, in a van, and that was Chrysler. And that was a good one at the time. I felt like it. All right, before we go over some interesting tweets, I'm going to run out of time very, very soon. Let's go over to CRM right now. So quickly, I just want to call up some stocks that had reported. CRM, let's go. 246, a great move up, man. As a shareholder here, you can hear that the excitement in my voice. We're also shareholders in Snowflake, so let's see what's going on with that one. Nice upside move to 193. We did talk about possibly finding some resistance up there, upside on CRM in and around 2 bills. If you go over to the daily chart, just real quick here, bear with me, and then we'll see it. That's a 60-minute chart, daily chart right here on Snowflake. There's 200, man. Pretty, well, actually, no. That's 193. That's actually where we stopped today. Look at this. There's one. Wow. Okay. Sometimes like the charts really amaze me where they can literally stop on a dime even in the aftermarket. I mean, look at this level. If we can go big screen on this actually, Fabian, because I think this is pretty important. 193. Like those were the tops back in August and in June that came into play. And there's the top again, 193.75, almost to the penny right there. So we'll wait to maybe fade that tomorrow as we continue to trade. All right, we're running out of time, so let's do something pretty cool. This is a new one, man. And I said it was going to be called Sean's tweets, something like that. But let's go over today's tweets. I'm going to fix that up. Something creative. You guys tell me a name here in chat where you want me to call this, and we'll look at it up later. But all right, some pretty interesting things here. 4 legends and their top holdings. Go find me at Trader TV Sean. Warren Buffett, Mr. Charlie Munger, Lee Lu, and Bill Ackman, all legendary investors. Here are their top 4 holdings. So unfortunately, these are just, you know, Charlie Munger again. We know he passed away. That's sort of what sparked this. But again, he was big proponent of Wells Fargo. So there it is right there. Both him and Warren into BAC. We already know about Apple, Coca-Cola, and about as easy as it goes. That's Alibaba, by the way, I believe. So there we go. Shout out to Charlie. You liking Alibaba? Let's see where that one goes. We knew that that was a big holding of his, so that's surprising. It's still there. 16.4. Li Lu also liking BAC. Double alphabet, that must be a mistake there. Class A and B shares, I would assume, coming into play again with Berkshire. And then Chipotle, Restaurant Brands International. Shout out to Tim Hortons, Burger King and Popeyes, Hilton and Lowe's. So this guy's had the best success, Bill Ackman, out of all of them over the last 5 years. We had that study up before. So that's one kind of cool tweet that we had out right now as well. This is another one that I want everyone to just to focus on, because look at the stock market breadth. We always talk about the Magnificent Seven, but here we go, man. This is food for thought when you're at your dinner table tonight with your kids and family. At least this is what we talk about. It's not really. But 55% of the S&P stocks are now trading above their 200-day moving averages, the highest amount since September 1st. So as we head into the last quarter of, well, we're into it now, last quarter of the year, you can see that it's not just the Mag 7, man. It's 55% of the S&P 500 stocks are now above their 200-day moving average. So again, I just want to thank absolutely everybody. Ciao, Kat, as there she goes as well. We're going to go over roll call just real quick. Who is here, who is not? Well, I guess if you're not here, I won't be able to see you. But there we go. Oh, there we go. That's dope. LFG, what's up, Beatrice? Hope you're here. You will see me tomorrow, Adam DeLuz, Adam DeWin. Hopefully there's some more wins in there. Oh, what's up to Dees and Ponzi? You're always here. 4L Taz is here. Tesla and NVIDIA are the future. You know that those are two names I'm trying to buy as well. Shout out to TH. Beatrice, we already did that. It's roll call time, says Bears vs. Bulls. Mike Pena's here. Tammy's here. Elon's here. D-Loaf, HPDS, John. Everybody's here with over 1,800 watching. Please make sure you hit that like button because we're still here tomorrow. Market will rest in peace tomorrow. It won't, unfortunately. It will probably be up again, but join me tomorrow as I'll give my plays in the morning time. And I did want to do this because I forgot about this yesterday. I'll go back quickly. But hey, without viewers, we don't have anything. That's why I'm here. That's why we're doing the show. Everybody's gone. Neil, Brendan, Adara, Sharif. But traders stay late, and you're staying late with me right now. Me, Fabian, and Obi. What up, Obi? As he's there in the background charting and everything as well. We love some Obi over here. Keenan, the Hayes Records, sweeping, Nick D. DJ Dubsy, what's up, DJ Dubsy? Spark Shop, Tisha Perkins, Papa D, the Ape Fathers, Jay's Passion, D. Westermeyer's in the building. Gus the Bus Phillips is here. Ian Rispetto, Alex IV, John Toomey, and Pavel all here as well. And shout out to my good friend Bears vs. Bulls. We couldn't do the show without you. Not RIP. He means rip. Okay. Man, I don't know where the market's going to go, but hey, I am net long. Great turnout today from Snowflake and from CRM. I think it is upside. Let's chill. Yeah, hey, man, if anyone wants to come into Toronto, let me know. Everyone's here with me. All right, let's go. I want to say a big shout out to everybody. What a crazy day it was today. We had some interesting intraday moves. Tesla was a fun one. I got rinsed on GameStop early, but got a little bit of revenge late on that one. Today was about a 50-50. I think I had more red names than I did green names, and unfortunately, I'm not going to slap a fail on it, but today will be my 6th red day of the month. Just being real. Some traders won't admit that to you, but I'm here to tell it to you. That's what it was. It's a good day. Any day is a good day. Whether or not you're long or short, make sure you join me live tomorrow at TraderTV.live. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Real traders are staying late, and so are you. So thank you so much for all of that. I'm Sean Katina. I love being here with you. Support us. We'll be back tomorrow. It's 8:30. This is the market recap. I'll see you then. Ciao.